Hi Libra, and welcome to your July the 1st to July the 15th tarot reading. So I'm going to try and come back and do readings. Last ones were really difficult, Libra. There was just too much going on in the world, and I found it really hard, even in my private readings, to separate what was going on in a person's world to what was going on in the collective. So I just felt it was going to be far too intense to do the readings. So what I thought I'd do, which was suggested by a lot of my clients, that I do one collective reading for the fortnight along with the private readings, these readings, as a way of trying to make sure that you get some sort of personal message. Okay, so I'm going to give it a go. Anything you can do to support the work, Libra, liking, sharing, viewing, it's just sort of so it builds momentum. And the more energy I get, the more I've got to give. And it's that sort of, I think it's one of the spiritual laws actually. But anyhow, I haven't started shuffling the cards yet. I'm going to shuffle them as I speak. I pulled two Lenormands. Oh gosh, the cards have gone everywhere. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, generally means a personal message wants to come out for one person when that happens. If it isn't for you guys, don't shoot the messenger, or actually shoot me if you want. It tends to mean there's a message coming out for someone. So you got the two Lenormand cards that you got was the coffin and then the child. Okay, so don't. And then if you have had a bereavement, my condolences to you. Incredibly difficult process to be in. But the coffin isn't all about that, especially with the child. It's actually more about an initiation into a new, I mean, some would say that's what death was, you know, an initiation into a new life. But in life, we go through many of these transformations. We leave jobs, we leave relationships. We start to really question what our real purpose on this earth is. That's a massive, it's one of the biggest initiations. It also can be fatigue, so feeling like exhaustion, and this will be energy starting to come back. Okay, so that's the thing with these readings, isn't it? You can just work with what's going on. I mean, Libra as a sign is an initiation gate sign, and what it means is we move from personal one-to-one relationships to right relationship with all of life. And that's why it's an initiation. It's a sign of initiation into the spiritual realms. Okay, I just thought I'd let you know that. I don't know where that came from, Libra, but if you think about it, right relationship, grace, harmony between all different types of people, creeds, colours, whatever, sexes. That's sort of what the initiation of Libra is about. But I'm going to do the rest of the reading before I talk about them anymore. You're only my second reading. The other one was so intense that I just thought, oh my gosh, will I get through the whole 12? But the intensity is going to be reflected. Sorry, the cards are a bit jumbled up. The intensity in the private readings are going to be there a little bit because of what's going on in the world. As within, so without, that sort of thing. But I am trying to do things to cut it a little bit. So give me messages for Libra. So you've got the Lovers behind you with the Emperor. Two different ways of reading. This is either an Aries, or you're dealing with someone who's quite uptight. Yeah, I mean, let me just carry on. So what you want is the Knight of Cups. The gift is the Page of Wands. Challenge is the Hermit, yeah. Ten of Wands in your relationship, sorry. Underneath the Knight. Look at the difference, Libra, between these two colours and cards and that one. It looks like there might be someone in your life who's not completed the cycle. King of Wands in your money and work. Nine of Wands at soul level. Underneath the Hermit. And the Emperor. They're all three cards of being a little bit I want to use the right word. So think of your opposite sign, which is Aries. Libra is so much about relationships. Aries is about self-direction. Not very relational card. You've got a lot of cards about boundaries here. And between me and you, and I'm not talking about, Libra, not loving people as they are. But if someone's a Ten of Wands, that's a heavy relationship vibe they're bringing into your life. And then the outcome is the Queen of Cups. Anything more where the Queen of Cups is going to? I don't know, you both love these cards and not at the same time. The Eight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I've got some cacao here, so I keep taking sips of it. It's helping me keep my heart open, Libra, trust me. So there's a sense here already. I've got a picture. There's some sort of love here. And you're dealing with someone who's, give me the right word. Because I don't want it to sound like a judgment. But the person seems to be carrying an awful lot of psychological issues. That's what the Ten of Wands can be, or it can be someone who's not completed the karmic cycle yet, because everything begins in the Ace. And look at that in your relationship vibe. Okay, I'm not too sure what that coffin was about. And the child, because that's like beginnings, new beginnings, but with an ending. And there's no death card showing up here. What is showing up is all these possibilities. Look, that beautiful, beautiful colour compared with a lot of needing to have boundaries and almost being this far and no more. And between me and you, Libra, until these Ten of Wands are put down, that's probably maybe quite a good approach to your life, because your life matters and your heart matters. But some people might find me very judgmental of that, but I'm not. It's because another person's karma becomes your karma, unless they're in this ability to enter into a situation without these wands. And I think for some of you that's what's going on here, by the way. So I can only work with what I've got. The Lovers and the Emperor, almost opposite cards. And I know, Libra, you don't rule the Lovers card. It's a Gemini card. But that's everything that Libra's about. And remember, we've had Venus retrograde for an eternity. And it's just going to come out of retrograde. It'll be in shadow area. The Emperor is not probably my least favourite relationship card, because he's very, very uptight. To love takes an incredible vulnerability and openness. Yeah. The Emperor isn't any of them. He is very, very much, I love the Emperor. I love him. If I'm going to build a new business, that's exactly what you need the Emperor for. Matters of the heart. We need to put our guard down. And the Emperor's guard is not down. And what you want is this King of Cups. It's so romantic, the King of Cups. He probably comes gushing with, you know, poetry, offers of love. That's the sort of thing. And it's an incredible light card. Now what's helping you get this is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands tends to do one or two different things. He steps forward, look at his body language, and he's made a decision, this Page of Wands. Look, see, look at his body language, and he's walking forward offering this wand, which is helping you get this feeling of a Knight of Cups, that there's a relationship vibe that's beginning to move forward. Yeah. The challenge is the Hermit. So, yeah. The challenge is the Hermit because the person is still in the Ten of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a new beginning, the offering of something brand new, okay, which is so much what your heart's looking for here. But by the looks of it, they're still here. So the Ten of Wands can be about a lot of psychological burdens. I tend to read it as someone who's not completed the karmic cycle yet. So in order to be the Page of Wands, a cycle needs to be completed. And you might be dealing with someone who's in between worlds, by the way, which is very common. And if you think of a global level, we're all in between worlds at the moment. We are. And it'll be interesting to see what the global perspective reading shows. But as my second reading, the other person hasn't got it quite as they're a lot more intense than you, but it's a very similar energy. You've got this King of Wands in your money and work, and he's looking right at these Ten of Wands. And this could be the same person, okay? It could be the same person, or this could be you. Again, especially with that coffin and the child, and the sense of, maybe there's a sense of destiny opening up for you, Libra, because people have been doing so much soul searching during this period, and I have, and a little bit, oh my gosh, why am I here? What is this sense of purpose and destiny? Because the fire signs all rule purpose and destiny, and we've all got a fire trinity in our birth chart that maps that path of destiny for us. So maybe some of you have got this, and because of that child card, it's almost that sense of, that when you're a child and anything's possible. Maybe some of you are starting to consider that about money and work. And you know what? I always tell people, you don't have to move a mountain. You can start processes, little things that are leading you towards your sense of purpose. And you can play, and it can be light. And it can be a sense of one night a week, I go and do this sense that gives my life loads of hope and potential. You know what? See, sometimes, Libra, that's all I do. There's times I'm in the Ten of Wands and I'm trying to find some King of Wands, some creativity, some passion. Either this or whoever you're dealing with in the relationship vibe is the King of Wands, and they're doing something around money and work for you as well. Anything going on. And then you get the Queen of Pentacles. Very interesting. Queen of Pentacles is definitely about boundaries. You're getting a lot of cards about boundaries, but she's about health and well-being. So very much because the body. So very much about healing. I don't know if some of you have started to feel a lot of initiation going on, or a sense of, okay, I'm definitely here because of relationships, because you are a Libra, but I'm also here to balance out the Aries dynamic, the dynamic of being a sense of purpose and a sense of destiny. But let me carry on, because most of your relationship readings are relationship reading. Nine of Wands, at a soul level. Boundaries here. And why I think the boundaries are up is between, I mean, these are beautiful. Look at it. I mean, this is just high romance, you know, sweeping into a new world together. And then you get this card. And I know some of you are watching this reading and your heart's just maybe even sinking and going, yeah, I get that completely. And that's why you've got these boundaries up. So why has Libra got boundaries up? Tell me why they've got their boundaries up. Give me one card that clarifies why they've got, it's around the relationship, Two of Cups. And I think it's because it's Ten of Wands. So why is the other person the Ten of Wands? Okay, Eight of Pentacles. It's like some Libras have got someone who's incredibly in love with them, but incredibly avoiding dealing with something. And what they're avoiding dealing with is these 10 Wands. Oh, Libra, what to say? You then get the Queen of Cups, so you're walking forward, offering your cup, and then, so this is all, I mean, she is the complete empath, you know, her gown's golden because she's gone through an alchemic process, and you've been in the coffin, so you've obviously been going through one hell of a process regarding a relationship here, Libra. But look, you've transformed. So in alchemy, the lead turns to gold, which means our emotions have been processed or coming out in a richer, more mature way. But then you get the Eight of Swords with the Ace of Cups. Oh gosh. And the Eight of Cups is a feeling that is very not far off the Ten of Wands card. So this incredible sense of love, new possibilities, new beginnings. And the Ace of Cups is the Eye of the Divine. Very much an ordained destiny. And the Eight of Swords can sometimes mean this feeling of hands been tied. Tends to be because of circumstances, which is the Ten of Wands. I want an advice card. Give me an advice card for Libra to get through this process, please. I don't know if you're going to love me, shout at me, but you get the Star card. That card is faith. It's grace. Grace is the highest power in the universe. We can call on grace to do anything in our lives, heal anything, transform anything. And I tend just to say, open myself up to this power of grace to transform any obstacle, if it's by its power, of course. We can't force our will onto other people. It could be an Aquarius, or we could just ask this power of grace to guide us, to guide the connection to the way that destiny and the way that the Creator wants this bond to be. So that's how we invite grace in. That's how grace... I wouldn't do anything in this world. I wouldn't even do a tarot reading without asking grace to guide the reading. And we never call on grace without vain. And it's calling grace really to say whatever sense of destiny is guiding this relationship, can it please let itself known? Can it please let it come to full fruition? And begin to invite grace in. And it means you might need to step out the way a little bit, Libra, and let grace lead the way. But it doesn't fail you. So listen, I have to sign off, as I've only done 2 readings, and this is for 2 weeks. Let's hope. Try and anything you can do, Libra, to support the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. Just do, whatever you can, and then we can work together. So I keep coming back and doing the work. Lots of love. Bye.